Hey, vinyl community, Richard S. back with what is going to be a rebranding of the channel video. Um, Moving towards being Richard's Vinyl Taphouse, a place where everybody's welcome to belly up to the bar and see what's on tap in my world of vinyl. Talking about new things in my vinyl collection and old favorites and whatnot. So for today, I wanted to just kind of introduce what is new to the Tap House in 2025. Um, just got a lot of records from the 50% off sales that were rampant over the holiday season. They finally arrived in January. That's okay, better late than never. So, Sound of Vinyl was having a huge half off sale. You Discovered Music was also, I didn't get anything from them, but I pared down my cart with Sound of Vinyl down from like $160 to about $50, which I think was much more fair. But I got some really good things. So let's start off. This is the first thing that's on tap is One Hand Clapping. I really wanted this when it first came out, but I was kind of dubious on how much I really needed it. But after streaming uh, a lot of this, I decided it would be something I'd really want. For half off, yes, I'm definitely picking that up. This is mostly live stuff in the vault from the Band on the Run era. I like the versions on this probably better than a lot of the studio versions. Songs like Sea Moon just sound better to me on here, and it's a little bit more live and vibrant throughout. So the sound on this is spectacular. Huge double album. There's our track list there. But for it was under $20. I'm like, yeah, I'll go with that. Also, finally have Tom Petty's Full Moon Fever on vinyl. Again, half off. I'm like, yes, please. Classic Free Fallin', I Won't Back Down. Is that right? Yep. Is on here. This was like one of the holes in my Tom Petty collection, because I really do like this album. I'll say that stuff like Free Fallin' and I Won't Back Down were on the radio maybe too much for my liking back in the day, and I was like, oh, I don't need this, I've heard it so much. But yeah, essential Tom Petty, highly recommended, and at half off, yes please. Third album I picked up from Sound of Vinyl is Godsmack's third album, Faceless, a giant double album gatefold opus of grunge metal-ish, new metal, I guess was considered back in the day. I was really into Godsmack when they first came out, and I saw them in this itty-bitty venue in Washington, D.C. on their first album, and I was instantly hooked. I've seen them several times, including at Red Rocks. So, picking up the third installment of Godsmack's collection on vinyl, finally re-released last year. Half off for this, I was very happy to get that. So, a couple of other things. This is not from Sound on Vinyl, but it's something I picked up at the end of last year, and it showed up. The group called Pale Blue Eyes, the album is This House. Kind of a shoegaze dream poppy band from Britain. One of the albums I kind of discovered through streaming on repeat and got to the point where I was like, I love every single song on this album. I really need to get this on vinyl. So I finally did. Thing is, it was not released in the States, so it's been tricky to score at a price that doesn't break the bank. But finally got it. So fantastic album from Pale Blue Eyes. They have a new one coming out soon. I might pick that up too. The last one I can thank Andy Ford over in the UK for. I've always been a fan of the band Black Midi, and I was not aware that Jordy Griep had put out a solo album last year, so I finally picked this up. This was really hard to find because everywhere was sold out. Found a Rough Trade US site. It took a while, but I got it. Very unusual, very different. Just that cover art alone tells you that you're in for an interesting time. What I love about this is not just because Black Midi is such an out there experimental group. Jordy Creek was all over the map on this, and it has jazz influences. It has big band era vocals and instrumentation. Very interesting, just all over the map from side to side to side. Double album. Is it a double album? I can't remember. Yeah, it is. And sorry, gatefold with all of the lyrics, and boy, are there a lot of them. But yeah, Jordy Creeps, the new sound. So thank you, Andy Ford, for putting this little bug in my ear, because I didn't even know this existed until probably mid-year last year. What else is on tap in the Tap House? Coming up, I want to also kind of go into concerts I might be going to or other things. So I do have 2 concerts lined up this year already. My first time at Red Rocks in a long time. And I have tickets to go see Turnover. I almost said Turnaround. Turnover are, by description on this, they are an ethereal reverb-drenched soundscape blending elements of hazy dream pop and delicate emo rock. That's pretty accurate. I've streamed this album quite a lot throughout 2023 and finally picked it up. It's called Peripheral Vision. Very good album, and I'm very excited to finally see them. Had no idea they were playing at Red Rocks, and was like, oh, they're coming this year? Sure, I'll give that a try. So my first show at Red Rocks, I might review that, and I'm finally getting to go see Fontaine's DC, one of my favorite albums, Skintivia, from a couple years back. I didn't want to show their 2024 album. I do like it, but the cover art is appalling. This is a much better cover art, in my opinion. Finally seeing them here in Denver. They're playing a slightly larger venue than the one they sold out in like 12 seconds a couple years back. So I finally get to see them. I'll talk about them on the channel. And then 2 more things that I will have on tap in the Tap House will be, I want, thanks to French Vinyl Addict, putting this idea in my head to kind of talk about my jazz collection, which is not big, but no, I'll talk about kind of like what got me into the jazz, what the jazz world. This is stuff from like way back when I was young, and I was really into what I was hearing on this at a very young age. So talking about, what informs my jazz collection and where it is these days. And I really do want to get into a deep dive on the one and only Gary Newman. Either, a collection overview or top 10 or something like that. Give me some ideas in the comments where I should go with this. I could rank order his entire discography. I don't know. I have a lot of Gary Newman stuff. So there you have it. Welcome to the Vinyl Tap House. We'll talk about all kinds of things. We'll have flights of sounds and albums and maybe, 5 top 1980 picks, whatever. So come on in, find a place at the bar, and we will talk music. All right, we'll talk to you soon. Take care. Bye.